Hey guys, welcome to the very first show of Behind the Showroom. I'll be your host, Justin Newland, here at Toothman Ford. Basically, this show, weekly, going to have a little behind the scenes detail on how we operate. Maybe some things about the car business you don't have insight to that you would like to. Basically show you how we can be the #1 dealership in the state of West Virginia. Today I have with me Brad Summers. He's the pre-owned inventory director here at Toothman Ford. We're going to discuss his job responsibilities and what he does on a day-to-day basis. Brad?
Thanks for having me, brother.
Thanks, bub. All right, Brad, when did you start in the car business?
Man, that's a long time ago, brother.
Many moons ago. All right.
Well, I started when I was 16, detailing cars after high school. Did that for a couple years, then started selling cars. Did that for a couple years, then kind of went towards the sales manager direction.
Okay.
Probably did that for about 8 years. Then after that, I ended up here at Toothman Ford, which now I'm buying our cars, in charge of all the used car inventory, and all that kind of good stuff.
I got you. So you're well-rounded in the business then.
Yes.
You've been in for 23
years.
23 years. Yeah, you've been around for a minute. Old man. All right, so not only are you in charge of our inventory, what we have here on the lot, but you also do a lot of the appraisals, right?
Correct. Yes.
Trade-in appraisals through KBB. Okay, so when you're out shopping and buying vehicles for our inventory, what parameters do you have that you look at and use as guidelines to say that's a car for Toothman Ford? That's what we need.
Well, we try to buy, the nicest used cars, obviously. We try to get the best buys, obviously. Then that good buy is passed along to the customer, which is always good for us and them.
Definitely.
We try to buy, one owner off-lease vehicles, cars with no accidents, no panel replacement, stuff like that.
Right.
That the normal customer wouldn't know, but as the good dealer we are, we always try to be upfront with everything we possibly do.
Right. Now, I know you mentioned lease. Correct me if I'm wrong, but lease vehicles, whenever a customer leases a vehicle, they get a service contract within the lease. So all of your oil changes, your tire rotation, your brakes, your rotors, your everyday maintenance has to be kept up with, correct?
Correct.
In
yeah.
a lease.
Yes.
So that's a great
and that always makes
assurance.
It always makes you have a better used car, knowing that the customer
had to
take care of it before
Absolutely.
they turned it back in.
Absolutely. Okay. Now, I know there's always common talk about auction cars, not really being a favorable term, or customers get a little squeamish whenever you hear auction buy. I mean, is there any truth to auction cars or bad cars?
There are bad cars at the auction, but those are cars that we stay away from. The cars we buy, we do the history reports, make sure the accidents are accident-free.
Right.
Just stuff like that we know that's going to work for our customer and work for us as a dealer,
Right.
too.
So essentially, you know what to dodge away from.
You know what to dodge away from. Yeah.
Good. Okay. Another question I have for you: how do you keep and maintain your beard almost to a point down in the end?
It's kind of like a lease.
Yeah.
You gotta maintain it.
Right.
You gotta service it every day.
Right.
Brush it every day. I mean, you gotta take care of it.
Be a solid buy then.
Solid buy. Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on to the next one. Okay. Do you just buy local cars? I mean, all the inventory that we have out there, do they all come from Grafton, West Virginia?
No. I mean, obviously we would like them to come from Grafton, West Virginia,
Right.
all of them, but we buy cars local, which if you're not buying a car from us, obviously we'll buy your car, but we also take in many of trades, so that gives us another advantage.
So a lot of them come local.
Yeah.
Just through, I have seen many people come in not even interested in buying a vehicle from Toothman Ford. They solely want to sell their vehicle. They don't want to go through the hassle of advertising, dealing with individuals to try to sell their car, they can pull in here on the lot within minutes, have their vehicle appraised, and Toothman Ford will actually buy it from them straight out, walk out with a check. Okay, so with that being said, Toothman Ford as a dealership sells 150 to 200 cars a month. To keep up with that quota, to be able to replenish the inventory that has been sold the prior month, how do you keep up with selling that many?
Well, we buy cars from north, east, south, west, all over the country. We've got a team of about 15 drivers that are on the road every day, picking up cars here, there, everywhere. Plus, we have our own haulers, transport trucks. So we get the job done just like we get the job done selling cars here every day.
Right. Okay. So you pretty much got all bases covered. Good process.
Yes, sir.
Guys, this is Brad Summers, Pre-Owned Inventory Director, with me today. If you have any questions, looking for a vehicle in the market, visit us at www.toothmanford.com. Give us a call at 304-265-3000, or just stop by. We're located Route 50 West right here in Grafton, West Virginia. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.